That is good banter. Oh, over to you, Tibby.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 74.
Yeah, I
Your
think that's
mum's
right. It's a nice,
Sparky.
a lovely lady.
She's a
Definitely doesn't have loose moral values.
She's a nurse.
She's a
in
nurse.
the local hospital.
74.
And
your mum.
Oh, what an
loves
episode we have!
Oh,
A lot
it's
to
crazy.
talk about.
It's crazy, mate.
Crazy times. I've got right off the bat, got a very. Do we normally get a bit of banter first, or do we
Mate,
straight
we can,
into it? Fuck
well, I don't know. I'm piecing my life together, mate.
it. Oh yeah.
you're gonna
So we'll get to that shortly.
Get
So
to that shortly.
Evan had his Bucks party
Yep.
last week,
Yep.
and so today is Tuesday, and
Yeah.
he is a shell of a human being, if you don't mind me saying.
Okay.
Looking flat as a tack,
Yeah.
and just wondering what life's got ahead for
Yeah.
him. But anyway, got a funny little message here. I'll just get to this little
All right.
little one. So this one's from Chris Keedy.
Keats.
Nice guy. He sent me through a message
Is that
here.
Anthony's brother? No, it's
Anthony
Keats.
Kiedis.
Yeah.
Have you read that book?
Yeah, I have.
Scar Tissue?
It's a
One of
little
the
beauty.
hands down the best book I've ever read.
Yep, it's up there.
And I've been in search of a...
I thought the Suburban Footballer book was pretty good.
Oh, yeah, present company's books
Yeah,
excluded.
great book.
If you haven't read it, if you haven't read the Suburban Footballer
Just
book,
put
go
aside
to
about 30 minutes. And
30 minutes. And
get
if
into
that,
it.
probably 25 to digest the 5 minutes of reading you've just done. And
It's got a few photos.
it's got a couple
So
of
that's good.
photos, big borders, and it's one hell of a read.
It's a big read.
But yeah, Anthony Kiedis, bloody Scar Tissue. Get on. I've been in search of a similar book ever since. I've read Flea's book. I've read that guy. Who's the guy from Motorhead? What was his name?
Lemmy.
Read his
Lemmy.
book.
Yep.
Nothing ever got me. Just like Anthony Kiedis' book did.
There you go.
If I could live in any time, it would have been that time in LA when
the
Anthony
80s.
Kiedis was 80s LA.
Yeah. And how old would you have been? You wouldn't have been a kid because that would have been shit. You wouldn't have really
18.
soaked it up. 18.
18,
just coming in.
80s, LA, the world at your feet.
Well, at 18 you probably didn't, but like you could. Some of the shit that was going on though, like Anthony Kiedis he got his first root at 13 from his dad's girlfriend.
Yeah, and he was...
Good on him.
Wasn't he babysat by Sonny and Shu?
I
Maybe
can't remember. I read the book a long time ago. It must have been in the book but
Yeah, I don't know. But
Yeah.
and then the Fleas book, he thanks his lucky stars. He was openly shooting up heroin, sharing needles in a circle
Yep.
with 5 or 6 other guys. So
Yeah.
look, lucky to be alive, old Flea.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Chris Keedy,
Yep.
nice guy. Seems like a nice guy. Anyway, says, "G'day, Tommy. Hope you're going well. I've listened to every episode of the pod and
Good man.
absolutely love it. A loyal listener. And again, we've said this before. Anyone that sat through the first 30
Fucking
episodes,
hell. Jesus.
hats off to him because it was dog shit.
It's bad.
It just amazes me why he would have kept listening. But
Well, at the time they didn't know how bad it was.
yeah, they had nothing to
They
compare
had
it with.
nothing to compare it to. They go,
surely
"Geez,
they would
these
have-
guys are pretty switched on.
Unless it was the only podcast they'd ever listened to. 'Cause
Maybe it's the only 2 humans they'd ever listened to. They go,
Right, yeah. Maybe they were raised by a pack of wolves or
Yeah.
something, and that was the first contact with the English language, and they thought, this isn't bad.
these guys know their
Really,
stuff.
They're really switched on.
Yeah.
But, yeah, otherwise, don't know why they would have stuck with it. But thank you very much, Chris.
Thank you.
I've listened to every episode of the pod and absolutely love it, but there's always a but. I felt the need to pull you up on something from last week's ep. At the 36-minute mark, at the 36-minute mark, you asked Buddha if Ben the Auslan singer,
The signer, the interpreter,
yeah,
was dead.
you asked him if he was deaf, and then he said, "How the fuck would he know what to sign?"
I actually, I did not
You
think
didn't-
twice
you didn't
about
pull
that.
me up,
No,
and-
I
and
just
that's
said,
what I
no,
wrote
his
back to
mum
him.
was. His mum was. Like, usually I'm right on. If you say something stupid, usually I'm right onto
fuck.
it. But I didn't even question
That
you.
is
I
a
said,
fucking crack up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if he's deaf, how the fuck would he know what to sign? Keep up the good work, and hopefully I can get you back to the Karamas Cricket Club for another gig soon. Brackets, I don't expect you to remember us, which I don't.
Okay.
But a very good
Well,
point.
that's a fair point, I must admit.
And I wrote back, mate, just bloody. Surely the big issue is that Evan didn't pull
That
me
Evan
up on
didn't
it. Yeah,
pull him
that's-
up.
yeah.
No, I think quickly, because I did know that I just remember hearing the information that his mum was deaf, and usually if you stuff up something like that, usually I'm straight on you. But maybe I was just having an off week last week.
Yeah. Well,
I'll tell you what, you
yeah.
could say anything this week, and I would not be pulling you up. Tell
Oh,
you
mate,
what, I
I'm-
don't even know who I am.
I'm 10 beers in at the moment. I had went out for a long lunch. Evan had to pick me up from the pub. So
Yeah, it is funny though, because you come off a weekend like your Bucks, where you say, "Oh, fuck this, I'm having a few weeks detox. This is no good." It's Tuesday. I walked in there. The boys like, "Do you want a drink?" And I'm like, "Nah. There's a bit of cheese and a few
yeah, we had a bit of a platter going
a bit
on.
of platter
Yeah,
going
we've
on."
been
I
there
said,
for a
boys, I'll have the cheese. I won't have a beer. And then the waitress goes, "Do you want a beer?" I said, "Nah, fuck it. Yeah, I'll have a beer."
fuck it. Why not? We just like seeing other people drink. There's something about fuck. It doesn't take much to fire me up. Like I could. Sometimes it's even a song or just seeing people pissed and having fun. You're just like, I want to be there.
Like, and sometimes the song, even when you're maybe driving, you'll hear a song that you love, and all of a sudden it's an 80s zone. You're doing 120. You're fucking cutting people off. You just fired up.
Just fired up.
You just love it.
And this is like early day. What episodes do you reckon it was that I was talking about perhaps never drinking again?
That was probably your habit stacking.
Habit stacking?
Episode 5.
That seems laughable.
That
now.
was a dark. Yeah, well, you thought you're going pretty well. You thought, I'm off the booze, because it was 2020 you were going to stay off the booze, wasn't it?
Was it pre-COVID?
Nah, I reckon you thought about maybe you thought about it pre-COVID.
I once went 9 months without drinking, and then, but I reckon it was it was the habit stacking, which was
It was
during
habit
COVID.
stacking. That was during COVID, but I think you'd been off the booze for a bit, and you were feeling pretty good about yourself. You thought you're
I'd
high
done a
and
couple of
mighty.
things, yeah.
You'd Well, you write your book, maybe.
Yeah, and I was like,
Write your book.
maybe I don't need alcohol,
Yeah.
but yeah, geez, I need it. Like, you just need it for a bit of, just to get the juices flowing, you just get a bit. I think not drinking's a great idea, but then it's like putting water in a balloon. The pressure builds up, and the more you don't
More
drink,
water you put
the
in there.
more water goes in, and the bigger the explosion's going to be when you do drink. Does that make sense?
It's a shit analogy, but I'm sure
anyway,
any
so,
Auslan
enough of the
interpreters
small
who are
talk.
deaf will be able
Enough
to
of the-
put that together.
Enough of the small talk. So,
Yeah.
Evan, talk to me. Your Bucks party.
Bucks
And,
party.
look, and as you know, I wasn't there, and I apologise. I had a gig in Rockhampton that was pre-booked, which we'll get to later.
I think you get to a point, because there's a bit of a mix of people. There's schoolmates.
Yep.
Most of my groomsmen are schoolmates.
Yep.
There's blokes I played footy with at Port Melbourne. There's blokes I played footy with in Port Douglas.
Yep.
There's comedian mates.
Yep.
There's Kristen's friends, mates. There's brothers-in-law. It's all
Yep.
happening. It's all
Yeah.
happening. And some people, they've gone, all right, mate, this is the third crack at your wedding.
It hasn't been the most convenient setup.
It hasn't been great. Already, Tam can't come. It's on a Wednesday. So I think some people just go, really, I do not need to do a buck. I think you might get to an age where you go, I'm 50-50 of coming to your fucking wedding. I'm not coming to your Bucks, mate.
Yeah,
So-
I reckon a one-off buck should still go, but
one-off bucks
this
you
is your
would.
second Bucks.
Second Bucks.
How many
second
people
Bucks.
have two Buckses without having two weddings?
Not many.
No,
Not
if
many.
any.
So, if any, yeah.
How many
Scribe,
dudes you know
scribe.
run like this?
Not many,
How many dudes you
if
know
any.
roll like this?
So, it sort of crept up this one as well, because I was a little worried because there had been maybe some issues with so not the Sunday just gone, which was my Bucks.
Yep.
The Sunday before, we caught up. We had a bit of a family lunch. There was Mum, Dad, my brother, Louisa and little Roman. They couldn't make it, but my sister and brother-in-law were there with their kids. And I said to Simon, my brother-in-law, he goes, "Oh, what are you up to this week?" I said, "Oh, I've got a few gigs. I've got a bit of this. I've got a bit of that." And then bang, I've got my Bucks this weekend. And he sort of looked at me like, whoa. And I'm like, have the guys got in touch? Because there's been a few issues with a few numbers getting lost, a few people not getting...
Because I think the guy that organised it, he sent me a message. I think he might have fucking lost his phone or something.
He said something like that, but also... that could just be an excuse.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he was the man for the job.
Big Phrase.
How do you know Big Phrase?
Big Phrase is a great schoolmate.
Yep.
So and Big Phrase himself is one of those guys who he's not great with the phone contact.
Okay.
Every now and then he can go missing. Is he gone overseas? Is he like Madeline McCandit? Where the fuck is he? What's going on?
Yeah.
So he's not great at getting back. But then he said it's a fuck, and I know what it's like organising. I've organised a few bucks and blokes generally. They're not the organisers and they're not the blokes getting back.
No,
blokes are pretty bad, especially when old Dick knows who they don't know is the one organising it. So you got to send text messages, you got to send emails. It's a bloody nightmare.
So is he your best man?
He's groomsman. So my brother.
Your brother's the best man. So why wasn't he organising it?
I'm not too sure, mate. I'm not too sure. I think Frey said, like, because Evo, well, I organised my brother's bucks as well. And I organised Bullser and Ads. So all my groomsmen, I've all organised their bucks. You're an organiser. I'm an organiser,
so maybe that's what weddings need. So maybe it's a new role. You've got the groom, obviously.
Got the groom.
You've got
best man.
The best man, and it's normally just assumed that the best man organise the bucks.
There's got to be a mix.
Maybe there's a new role called the buck organiser, and he's not necessarily the best mate, but he's the best mate in the top, say, 20 mates who's good at organising things.
Yes.
And maybe on occasions you've got...
He's not even coming to the wedding.
Well, but he only gets called in.
Yeah,
like,
he goes, hey.
You know that I'm only getting invited because I'm a great organiser.
Yeah, that's right. And as long as he knows that, you put him in his place. So you're like, Macca, save the date. You're coming to the wedding, you and your missus.
Yep. Maybe not your missus.
Maybe not your missus because she couldn't organise route in a brothel.
Yep.
And that's what we need.
And you're only here because you can organise.
We're only here because you can organise a buck. So if you want to come to the wedding by yourself, not your missus.
No.
And you want to organise me bucks.
Yep.
You're in, buddy.
Yep.
You are in.
And he'll be like, well, okay, let's do it.
And
he organises it. And he's got the contacts because he's done it before. He's done it before. So he's got the contacts. He's got the bus. He knows the bus company.
He knows them.
He knows the ones that aren't going to crack the shits when there's a bit of spew or piss.
He's got all the strippers on speed dial.
Yep.
He's got the coke dealers on speed dial
100%.
just in case people are struggling.
Because if you just, out of the blue, tell a buck,
you have had a few beers, haven't you, mate?
No, best man... Just because you're my best mate, you've got to organise this. He might not know he might not know shit. He might have been...
He could be a Mormon.
Mate, he could be 40. He might have been married since he was 18, been in a relationship since he was 15.
Loser.
He might not know anything.
Loser.
He might not...
He doesn't know what nightclubs to go to.
Nice enough,
he doesn't know how to...
Nice enough guy.
Nice enough guy. Only had one route in his life.
But can't
same woman.
Organise a bucks party. And that's why I think it's important that we don't automatically give it to the best man.
No, that's fair call.
Fair call.
We didn't on these. No,
you didn't hear.
So
no,
we didn't.
We didn't.
So obviously,
and he was still fucked it up. So
I think it was just he sent the message about a month ago, and I think what blokes. People's lives are busy. You got kids, you've got a wife, you've got your own shit going on.
Yeah.
You've got AIDS. It doesn't matter what you got.
It's all about timing. If I get a text when I'm driving,
mate,
fucking forget about it.
Oh, forget about that.
I'll check it at the red light.
And then
it's inside
it's
the space
gone.
after that.
That's it. See you later. So, when Syme started going, I said, oh, God, has Fraze, has he got in touch with you? And Meegs goes, my sister goes, oh, Simon, he did send you a message. He goes, yeah, oh, fuck, I totally forgot about it. He said, I'm coming, lock it in, but he just forgot because it was a month ago. So, but then there are other people, last year saying, oh, what's happening with the Bucks? What's going on with this? But I know a lot of people just thought, fuck this. I can't do another Bucks or I can't do Ebo's Bucks because Bucks aren't for everyone. You don't want to be sitting there drinking green teas on a Bucks.
No, it's
a
commitment. It's a commitment.
It is a commitment.
Yep.
And this was a two-nighter.
Kristen's brother go?
No, he didn't.
Okay.
He didn't make it either because he was in form last year on the Bucks.
So he's made it to A Bucks.
He made it to A Bucks.
I don't think you can be angry at anyone for not making it to your second.
Oh, nah. To be honest, I wish less people came. It was it was good fun. It was good fun. So this is how we rolled. Okay, so on the Friday, because they had the house last year, they booked a house.
Yep.
So they said, bang, house down at Rye. Let's do it. It was going to be the Queen's birthday last year, Saturday, Sunday.
Yep.
COVID hits. Can't use the house.
No can do.
No can do. No house. It's not happening. So
no house here.
No house. Get out of the house. And
shit house.
So, but then apparently the company were pricks to deal with. They said, oh, well, you've got to use it in a certain time. I said, well, fucking hell. It's meant to be a Bucks. We don't know what's going on. This is crap. You got to give us another year. So after all that fighting, they gave us another year.
Yep.
And then trying to work out when we could have this thing. Jesus Christ, that was the other issue. So we picked the weekend, and we thought they thought we'll just go low key. So on the Friday night, my mate Bullser picked me up at 3 in the Arvo.
From your house?
From my joint.
Yep.
He's grabbed me, chucked the bags in the boot. Mornington.
Kristen home at the time?
Kristen was not home.
Okay.
She'd gone to work. She'd made sure I've put your will on the bench. Can you please fucking sign that?
Yep.
I'll get it to the lawyers and everyone today. Life insurance. Is your life insurance up to date?
Yep.
I want to take everything in your life insurance. I said, there's fuck all, babe. There's fucking nothing.
I remember my Bucks.
You can take it, though.
Tam went back to Wodonga for the weekend and said she nearly had an anxiety attack. Like the whole weekend, just the fear of what could potentially happen.
Yeah, you're a lot younger, though, I think.
Yeah.
I think
a little looser. Then, yeah.
Yeah, I mean there are a few worries on this. I mean I know sometimes it can go the other way when you're 40 and blokes have got kids and families because they don't get to go out as much.
100%.
So they are like, fuck this. I hate my kids anyway. Yep. I hate my family. I'm going nuts on those Bucks. I don't give a shit.
Yep.
So Bullser picks me up. We go down to just the Rye Hotel, just have a couple of mid-strength just to ease into it.
Nothing silly.
Ease into it, just take it easy. Then we go...
Maybe some chips?
No chips.
No chips.
No chips. Just the mids.
Okay.
Go to the house, check in, and a little Airbnb.
Did you tell him it was a Bucks, or did you tell him it was like a book reading club?
It was a suburban footballer... book reading club.
Okay.
They said, why the fuck are you here for 2 nights?
Yep.
Surely you can knock it over in half an hour.
Yeah, you only...
I said, we're not that smart.
Yeah.
And, we've got to debrief and things like that. So, do that. We loaded up. I got some cigars. I bought some whiskey. I got some cigars. I just thought, this may be, because that's what we were thinking for the wedding.
Trying to class it up a bit.
Trying to class it up a bit.
Yeah.
Class it up. Whiskey, cigars, and... Then
how much were the cigars?
I don't know. No, Fraze bought those down. He got down later.
Yep.
My brother got down later. Ads, my other groomsman, he had to take his little fella Nate to basketball, so he came down Saturday morning.
Okay.
So it's just the 4 of us Friday night. We said, what we'll do, we'll just, what are you thinking what do you want to eat, Ever? I said, will you get some pizzas? We said, we'll go out. We'll go to the pub. I said, all right. We went down to the Rye Hotel.
Yeah.
Got down there.
Many people down there on a Friday?
And there were a lot of blokes that were in the public bar. in the
Because
public.
I would have thought maybe Friday night was your chance. If you're a single guy, which you're not.
No.
If you're a single guy.
Not, well, technically, I still am.
Not single, not
single,
married.
no,
I
not
would have
married.
thought, I don't think Chris would be that wrapped.
Oh, shit. I think we've been 10 years together. Me saying I'm single, that was, hope she doesn't listen to this.
I would have thought if I was a single guy out trying to pick up, the ratio would have been better on a Friday night without all the footballers. And because if you're
That's
a
true.
girl that didn't want the chaos of the footy team coming back, Friday night would be your night to go down the pub.
And Friday nights, it seems a bit more classier, I reckon, around certain joints. Like Friday night, girls' night.
After drinks, after work drinks.
You know. I mean, there's the sleaze bag corporate guys
there's always
in the
a
suits
sleaze
and
bag,
that.
yeah.
But the footy guys, unless they don't give a fuck. But then you got the tradies, though, after work in the high vis.
Yeah, a lot of them are football. Yeah, so that's a good point.
That's
The
a
ones that
worry,
aren't
don't it?
footballers are. It's a good call. Maybe you.
Yeah.
Maybe
So we went
so,
there. We're
yeah.
sitting in the sports bar and knocked down the Palmer, and then upstairs at the old Rye Hotel.
Did you get gravy on the palm, if you don't mind me asking?
I had. I think I did get gravy.
Oh, mate.
I did get gravy.
I wouldn't have it. I don't reckon I could get a palmy these days without getting the gravy.
You
fucking
got to have
love
the gravy. Gravy's good.
Just adds so much. You think something couldn't get any better.
And then you
Whack a
fucking
little-
put gravy on it.
Whack a little bloody pot of gravy on that, and
It's like the dog food when it was just dry dog food, and they said, "Oh, we've put gravy in it." The
never eaten that.
well, I said, "Well, the way this Bucks is sort of looking, I fucking
That's where it could end.
may as well have eaten it." But
right.
anyway, so do that. Head upstairs. We thought, oh, well, let's chill out. There's a bit of talk about getting classy, Seggy. There's a jazz and wine night.
Okay.
Upstairs.
Perfect Bucks party material.
Perfect Bucks party. I thought, let's really class up. The four of us go up there. We start on the beers. There's a dude playing a guitar. There's a woman singing. And the boys were sort of saying, I don't know if it's really jazz. But
So you're in Rye?
we're in Rye.
So even Rye's like Wodonga. Even you go high-end Wodonga, it's still not really high-end.
Well, it's the Rye Hotel.
Yeah.
This is, take your mouth guard.
Yep.
Watch your back. You're going to get king it kind of
Yeah,
coward punch kind of shit.
Even Rye Church, there's a chance of seeing a scrap.
That's exactly right. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. So
Yep.
we go up there and we thought, we have a couple of beers and we said, well, let's come on. It's a wine and jazz night. Now we're really this is getting real questionable.
Still on the beers?
Well, we said, maybe let's have a couple of Shirazes, eh?
Okay, smart
Let's
move.
do that. Let's do that. So we knocked down a few of those. And I think at this point, that's where I started going downhill. Once the red wine hit.
Oh, red wine's the bloody devil's drop.
It's no good. It's no good.
Just makes you feel warm, your heart get a bit fuzzy.
Yeah.
You just want to do really silly shit.
Yeah, your lips and your teeth start
Yeah.
looking like you've just... Whew, it's not good.
Yeah.
It's not good. So anyway, we're sort of dancing around with the jazz and all that happening.
Just the four of you? Just dancing
Just
around?
the four of us. And when I say dancing around, once the jazz sort of finished, I don't know if we were dancing more than just rolling around on the floor.
Yeah.
I don't know what time this was, but there are a few older ladies there who were having a chat to. Nothing sus, but they said, "Oh, we're involved at the Rye Football Club." And we said,
Okay.
"We're going to the Rye Footy Club tomorrow. We're going to go watch the game." And one of them says, "Oh, what you should do? I'll see if I can get you up at half time of the footy game. You pay $30, free piss. You get a few shitty sandwiches, a few overdone sausage rolls, and party pies. What do you reckon?" I said, "That's us."
Fuck, you're lucky you bumped into her because that sounds like a pretty exclusive sort of setup.
Mate, it is a ripper. It is a ripper. So
$30. How long's your free piss for $30?
it was a half. I think it was $30. It might have been 50. I don't know.
Second half or first half?
Second half.
It's a pretty sweet deal.
It's good deal. So anyway, I knew shit was going downhill when I'm on the dance floor, and like I said, I might have been dancing. I might have just been
being silly.
And a few times my brother just came rolling in like commando roll across the floor, sliding along the floor.
Okay.
I'm thinking, I don't know how good we're travelling here.
Do you reckon people would see that and go, was that Heath Hocking from Essendon?
Some of them might. I think one of the older ducks, she was pretty keen on old Heath though.
Essendon fan.
Well, I don't know. Maybe just looking to. Maybe it's been a while since she's got out and about, and she's seen a young bloke who's relatively fit. And I mean, I don't know how keen she was on him rolling around the floor like he goes, is that some kind of new dance move? What is that kind of thing? What's going on there? And I think I might have been doing push-ups with me top off at some stage.
Okay.
So that didn't seem to impress her much.
She's picky.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus Christ.
What does she want?
Got it out there. So went back to the house, walked back to the house, and I think it finished up 4 o'clock.
Yep.
Heatho's passed out on the couch.
Yep.
Bullseye goes to bed. Fraser had already done the job at 2 p.m. So wake up.
So he went early.
He went early.
Yeah, okay.
He went early. And wake up in the morning, 8 o'clock, 4 hours sleep. Get to about 9. You're scratching the head for the hour. You go, what the fuck's going on here? I said, what time's everyone getting here? They said, I said to get here at 11. So, all right, no dramas. I thought, well, fuck this. This day, it can go one of 2 ways. It can go 2 ways.
In hindsight, I reckon it could have gone one of one way. But anyway, we'll hear you out.
Well, it could have been, let's get the water into me.
Yep.
Let's have a nice feed. Maybe we go to a cafe for breakfast.
Yep.
Maybe we do that, get some food in the guts.
Okay.
Just chill out. We've had a nice few red wines. I mean, We've rolled around on the dance floor.
Yep.
Maybe let's go out for breakfast, have a coffee.
Just get something in the belly.
Get something in the belly. It's going to be a big day, big campaign.
Yep.
And 9:30, I said, nah, fuck that. I grabbed a beer from the esky.
Yep.
I said, Heatho, do you want one? He goes,
no.
And his head was already fucking in there. He fucking loves it. He loves it. So on the beers, I think Fraser cracked one.
So 9:30 a.m.
9:30 a.m. We're back on the cans.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 5 hours off.
Yeah.
Not a bad little
2
break.
2 cans down. Feeling pissed again.
Yep.
Twiggy gets there from Geelong. He gets there at 11.
So they say you lose a beer every hour. Is that what they say?
Oh, like how much you drink.
Yes. So once you stop, just say you've had 20 beers.
Yep. 20 hours to get sober. Is that right?
Yeah. Is that what they say?
I don't know.
So you're definitely not sober again because you've only had 5 hours off when you start drinking again.
Oh no, 2 beers in, I'm shit faced.
Yeah,
again.
you're ready to go.
I'm shit faced again. So I think, all right, this is going to be a good day. There's no other way around it. That's what you got to do. People start rocking up. Everyone's like, "How you feeling, mate? What's going on?" I said, "Mate, I'm blind. I am blind." So
and does that fire them up? Do they like, "Fuck, I'm falling behind them"?
They're like, "Bang, this is good. This is good." So
That's
then we
what
go,
you
"All
want.
right, let's get down to the footy." Everyone's turned up. We get down to the footy, and beer straight in hand.
Yep.
This is good times.
On the hill?
We're on the club room side. It's a bit flat. It's a bit hard to sort of, you're just at ground level.
Yep.
But it's all good. You're not really watching the game. You don't really give a fuck.
No,
I mean, you
geez.
watch 2 minutes of it and go, Jesus Christ, these blokes, I could get a kick out there. But clearly I couldn't. I was spastic.
No.
So
that's Divi 1, is it not?
I think it's Premier. So Premier Divi 1. So it's the second division.
Yeah, Divi 2.
Divi 2, but they name it
Peninsula.
Peninsula.
So that's good footy.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Maybe an undefeated side.
Maybe Crib Point didn't have a great day.
Crib Point, they've been flash. Are they the Yabbies?
No.
No. Who are the Yabbies?
They had like power jumpers.
Who are the Yabbies? Yabby? Yabbies?
Not sure, mate. Maybe move on.
Yep.
Should we? Yep. Yeah. So, and they said, what we'll do, Evo, we'll pick a player for you. Whenever he gets a kick, whenever he gets a touch, you got to scull a beer. And 30 seconds in, kick out of the centre to the full forward, takes the grab, kicks the goal.
So you got the full forward.
I got the full forward for Rye. And I said, boys, I'm blind already. I'm 40. I don't need to be sculling beers.
No.
I can fuck myself up. You guys don't have to help me.
Yeah,
all right?
you don't want to be sculling beers.
I started drinking at 9:30 in the morning, Clearly, I'm not here to be sober.
You're not,
okay?
you're not fighting it.
I'm not fighting it.
Just-
It's not like I'm drinking Diet Coke, hiding around behind the toilets watching the netball.
Just let me do it at my own already very fast pace.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
I've had more beers than you.
Why make it fucking... Why force it?
Oh, it's like drinking games. I don't get drinking games. Like, I can fuck myself up without throwing a bloody ping pong ball into a red cup. You know, let's play beer pong.
100%.
Why? I'll just scull a beer or drink a beer quick.
Yeah.
That's all I need. I don't need to play drinking games. So I don't remember the first half. And also, they've brought down my old Port Melbourne jumper.
Okay.
So I'm wearing that.
Yeah.
Because Rye, they're wearing the colours.
Getting a bit nostalgic.
Getting a bit nostalgic. And I did train once down at Rye when I was playing at Port Melbourne, you know. So
they weren't willing to pay for your teeth to sign you up. Mate, we'll pay for your bottom teeth, but not your top
teeth. Weren't bad
teeth.
back then.
They're a mess.
Teeth weren't bad.
Oh, well, I'll find myself another club. Thank you very much.
That's it. I'll go to Wandon.
Club that's willing to fix
I'll go to
my
Wandon.
chompers.
But, well, let's. I'll get through this. So we go upstairs at half
No, it's
time.
good. It's good.
It's
It's a good
good.
story.
You enjoying this? You enjoying it? So
Only happens twice in your life.
that's true. Yeah. Why am I rushing through this? Like, I'm sure if they've sat through 73 episodes of shit,
They're happy to sit through episode 74.
Me talking about
Your
me
mum's a
bucks.
hairdresser.
Yeah, that's it. So don't know what the score is at half time. Don't know what conversations I've had. And since then, I'm chatting to mates. They're all going, fuck, after the footy, I'm fucked. So we go up at half time. We meet the president. We meet a lot of the supporters in there. The lady from the Wine and Jazz Night.
So
she's
they're having a
in there.
function. They're having a function.
Well, it's not really a function. It's like maybe just a lunch, not a lunch.
Maybe they always do it.
Maybe they always do it at home games.
It's not a bad idea.
It's a great idea.
Because when you think about it, if someone told me $30 all you can drink from half time to the end of the game, I'd go, fucking lock me in.
Sign me up.
But at the end of the day, what's a beer costing people? $3? What's it costing the club? $3?
Fuck all.
How many people do you reckon are drinking 10 beers in that time besides you and your mates?
Well, I might have slowed down by then, but
Yeah.
anyway, I'm going all right.
It's a good idea. I reckon most clubs should do
It's
it.
a great idea. It's a great idea. So the club were great. Like I said, don't know who I was chatting to. Didn't take any photos.
Do they know you've...
They know it's me bucks.
But do they know who you are? Do you know you got a podcast with over 7 listeners? Do they know you're a comedian?
I might have dropped that. I might have handed out a few cards.
Yeah, okay.
Like, good banner, get on it. I'll mention you this week. And I would mention them if I could bloody remember them. So
Your brother's probably got a bigger profile, has he?
my brother's got a bigger profile.
Okay.
He was wearing his Essendon jumper. He was signing autographs. I go, mate, come on, it's not your bucks.
Oh, I'm about to
You
piss
chill
my
the fuck
pants, and we're 32 minutes in. I don't reckon I've got another 28 minutes in.
Do you want to pause? We'll pause it.
All right, let's pause. I'll go do a quick wee.
All right. Yep. And I'll work out how I'm going to finish this story with a
Okay.
punchline.
Go.
And we'll be back. All right. And we are back. How's that, mate?
Yeah, good. The one problem with the mid-strength is, geez, you piss. I reckon you can drink a litre and piss 7.
7 litres, yeah.
unbelievable.
It doesn't work out.
Oh, should I shut that door? That's probably a
That's
fair old
freezing.
cold
Yeah, right.
breeze coming through there. Yeah, it's fresh. It is a fresh time of the year, but anyway.
So things are ticking along in the Rye rooms, mate. We're mates with everyone.
We're into the second half.
We're into the second half. No idea. And it actually became a close game. It came down to the wire. The boys got up.
Oh, Crib Point the Magpies.
I don't know. They're wearing power jumpers. So,
Okay.
as I said before,
Yeah.
they're not. They're definitely not the Yabbies.
No.
I don't think they're the Yabbies. So things are going all right. Like I said, don't know what conversations I had. Don't know who I was talking to.
That's all right.
Pretty sure I kept my jeans on. I don't know if I don't think I was doing push-ups in the rooms there. But then, bang! Siren goes. Rye have won.
Yep.
Big win. They're having a bit of a tough season, but they've knocked off the Crib Point
Knocked off the
criminals.
Yabbies. Yep.
So they're up and about. So everyone goes, all right, come on, let's go down into the rooms. Let's do it.
You're going down.
Let's go down and watch them sing the song.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm thinking, no dramas. We'll go down. I don't know any of these people from Bar of Soap, but they've had a good win. We go down there, and on the way down, there's a bit of word. There's a bit of word because I'm like I said, I am hammered.
Yeah.
And a few of the blokes and the president and one of the other committee guys, he goes, mate, we'll get you in there. You can sing the song in the middle. I said, I am not going in the middle.
So the president's in.
I think the president's in.
Yeah, okay.
So
he likes you.
He loves me. I've got photos with him. I'm pretty sure it's the president or I don't know who it was. But, So
some guy got a photo with him.
Some guy who had the lanyard. He had a rye top on.
Yep.
And the boys were good. So we're heading down these stairs and then this is where all the other blokes start going, come on. There's a bit of momentum building here. Let's get him in. Come on, let's get Evo in there.
Let's get him. So you're going in to sing the song, is that right?
Well, I thought we're just going down to watch them sing the song. And then this is where they start going, we'll get you in the middle. We'll get you in the middle. I said, guys, what am I going to do in the middle?
And you've been around footy long enough to know that's a bit of a sacred area.
Sacred area.
Don't just let Johnny Come Lately pop in and sing the song, no matter how fucked he is and no matter how...
the Sydney Swans had old Kenny who used to get in there and rev them up, who used to go to the footy for years.
Yeah, not sure if you've got the relationship with the Rye Footy Club that Kenny had with the Sydney Swans.
No, they loved Kenny.
Well, he'd been there about 70 years.
He'd been there 70 years.
You'd only been there
about 70 minutes.
Halfway through the twos.
Halfway through the twos.
Well, don't get me wrong, it's still an impressive stint.
I think I'd build a bit of a rapport, but the blokes on the ground didn't know who the fuck I was.
No, and you'd probably tip more money over the bar in your couple of hours than Kenny had in his 70 years.
Yeah, I don't reckon Kenny did fuck all.
No.
Money-wise for the club, but spiritually it was great.
Massive.
It was big. So this is where, so now the momentum's coming.
So you're in the rooms, the players are filing in.
Well, sort of the momentum coming down the stairs into no, I don't want to go in. I can't remember who was throwing me in there. They've grabbed me. They've said, Evo, get in. And now... I'm in the middle of this circle. They're singing the song. I'm looking at all these ride players are dumbfounded. They're going, who the fuck's this retarded bloke? What's he doing? Has he pissed his pants? What's he on? I don't know. He didn't play his first game. This wasn't his first win for the club.
No.
Why is he in there?
Doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make any
sense.
They
got no idea who you are.
They got no idea who I am.
Yeah.
People upstairs are like, this guy's the king. It's his bucks. These players are just going, who is this red-headed dickhead?
So the coach has got no idea?
The coach doesn't know who I am.
Okay, so the coach is the big one. You've got to get him on side, which he probably isn't.
I couldn't pick the coach out of a lineup.
Was he a playing coach?
I got no idea.
No idea.
No idea at all, mate. I could have been in the middle of bloody Port Phillip Bay. I would have had it's wet. What's going on here?
Well, imagine if you went into it could have been worse. Imagine going into the
Crib Point room.
Yeah, and trying to give him a rev up.
Come on, boys. Mate, we just lost by 4 points, mate.
You should have gone there and given him a spray.
I think
you got to pick your crowd.
Seeing some of the blokes from Crib Point, I reckon it wouldn't have just been a few teeth that would have been fucked by the end of the day then.
Okay.
Yeah, would have been
your whole head would have been caved.
I would have been full reconstructive surgery.
So you've made the right move. You've gone in. You've
I've gone into the winner's room.
Yeah.
So that's the first tick. But then now I'm in the circle and I'm going, what the fuck am I going to... Because you can't just...
You can't just stand there.
I don't know the song. The words, even if the words were on the wall, I couldn't read them. No. I didn't know what was going on. Like, do I sign language? What do I do? So I thought, so I'm dancing around like an idiot. I'm sort of giving it these. And I'll get the video up.
I must admit, I've seen the video.
It didn't look convincing, did it?
It
looked like a bloke who, it's like his first route. He just didn't know what to do. He was a bit all over the joint.
Like he needed it was like a comedian that was going, he sort of had him, but it's like you're looking for a big finishing move. And because there were kids around.
I never had the crowd fully on side. You sort of needed someone from the team to maybe give me a bit of moral support.
If they had really got behind you, it would have given you some confidence and you would have done something special. But I reckon,
I didn't know what to do.
You were lacking confidence.
Plus, my brain.
And you're a mess. You're a mess.
I was a mess.
Which didn't help.
I didn't want to be in there. I wasn't thinking straight.
You weren't thinking logically.
No. So I'm sort
I
of
didn't think you wanted to be in there.
I didn't want to be in there. I didn't want to be in there. So I got thrown in. I wasn't happy about it, but I thought, all right, I've got to do something. So I sort of danced around. I did these stupid dance moves, which I can't dance at the best of times, let alone after 75 beers. I did that, and then I thought, oh, this will be funny. I pulled my phone out at one time, pretend that someone had sort of called me and gone, yeah, okay. And then I go, that got fuck all.
Okay.
So now I go, I'm in trouble here.
Yeah.
I'm in trouble. The song's still going. I need to do something. So I thought, all right, the top's got to come off.
Okay.
You know what? Is there anything better, like when you're a local footballer, than some other bloke who you don't know coming into the huddle, taking their top off and doing a striptease?
Oh, it's nothing better.
Oh, it is amazing.
The 11 wins that I've played in, I've always thought, fuck, you know what this is missing? Some fuckwit to come in here that we don't know and rip his top off.
Rip his top off with a tramp stamp.
Yeah, with a tramp.
So I started swinging that. Even that, I'm not fully into it. I'm just giving it literally.
It's either you got to fully go for it or you just get out of the circle.
Just get out of the circle.
I don't reckon you were
I was
100% committed.
I was into it.
It was like it needed a dick trick or something, but there were kids around.
There were kids around, and they probably would have had bigger dicks than me. So I would just embarrass myself. It was like a shriveled up little walnut by then.
Yeah.
So then I'm swinging it round, and that's not getting much. But also, I wasn't giving 100% because I didn't want to be there.
There were smiles.
There was smiles. It was passable. So now I thought, all right, I've got to show these boys how good I am at push-ups.
So you did push-ups.
So I got in there. Mate, I reckon I've done 1,000 push-ups over the weekend. I am still sore. I don't know what's going on. Yep. I think that's my trick whenever things aren't going. Maybe at the wedding, instead of doing my first dance with Kristen, I'll get up there and be stuffing it up, and then I'll just rip my shirt off and do push-ups.
Jeez, I hope not.
So I do the push-ups. The thing, I'm getting caked in beer. I'm getting caked in water. People have got confused faces. Some are into it, some are not.
Oh, it'd be all over the shop. Your mate's loving it. Players sort of into it.
What's
past
going on?
Players
past
thinking
players.
This is a disgrace to our club.
It's just so disrespectful.
Yeah.
So the song finishes. I get up and sort of just walk off with my tail between my legs. Like no one even came up and rubbed me head.
Didn't they?
No. It was a very what are those things called? Anticlimactic
finish. You should have just grabbed one of their players and just hugged them.
I just literally
just created love.
Come on, boys, let's kill them next week. I should have.
What you should have done is just, and this would have been a long shot, a Hail Mary.
Yep.
When you thought, because it wasn't going that well. It was going okay.
It was enough, but it wasn't great.
At the end, I reckon just pulled your pants down, squat,
and shit.
Just take a dump in the middle of the circle.
I probably could have. It would have been.
How would that have gone?
I reckon the bloke cleaned the rooms after. I wouldn't have been his fan. Wouldn't have been a fan of his.
The four players rostered on to clean the rooms.
Yeah, they wouldn't have been happy.
Evan.
They wouldn't have been happy. What have you done? So I sort of just walked out, and then after that, I think we just went back up to the rooms.
Yep.
We'd all bought raffle tickets, hung around for a few beers. One of the boys, Fruey, he won $1,000.
Serious?
In the raffle.
Sort of fucking raffle is this club running?
Mate, clearly rigged because we've won it. And another bloke, Tommy, he won the bloody, he won the meat tray.
Fucking hell.
So we have come in there, we've drunk all their piss, we've eaten all their shitty sandwiches. Well, I think I had 2 sandwiches. A few shitty...
Fuck their second win for the season.
Taken home their meat trade. Taken $1,000 off them. They're going, fuck Evan Hocking.
What were you doing when you won the $1,000? When he won the $1,000? You would have been.
I can't remember. I'm pretty sure we were hugging and kissing.
Yeah, you would have been.
I'm pretty sure we would have been. And then Tommy, he had the meat tray. He says, "Hey boys, here, grab the meat tray. You can take it." I said, "We're not going to be cooking anything.
No, you're not.
Back of the house.
No,
unless it's meth." So that was it. I think from there we went to the pub. Talking to blokes after, I think I got cut off. I went back to the house. Went back to the house with a few blokes. Thought, nah, let's go back out and whatever. And,
smart move.
Then there was
just sort of fizzled out.
It fizzled out. Back at the house, it was going all right. There was some randoms who came from the pub. It was all happening. And then I thought, nah, bugger it. I've had enough, boys. I've disappointed myself and my family. I just sort of did the old sneako into bed and Bob's your uncle.
What time did you wake up the next day? Was it a bit flat?
It must have been about 9 o'clock.
Isn't it funny?
Something like
You
that.
feel like when you fall asleep, like someone's it's got some fucking wood glue and just run it against your eyelids and just shut them together. When you wake up, you're like, are my eyelids stuck together? Oh, is there any worse feeling? Just that.
Just knowing that it's over. There's not another night. You got to go back to your shitty life.
Yep.
And your bucks is over. But yeah.
All right. I think I've got a fart.
All right. So that's it.
I can't really go 2 weeks in a row, can I? No,
you can. You can do it.
Mate, that is a hell of a tale. It's a tale of life and love and hope and dreams and
mate. So thanks to the boys
for putting of emotions.
Thanks to the boys for putting that together. Second one, put it together. No stripper, which was probably a good thing.
No, you don't need strippers.
I would have
at this age.
I would have embarrassed myself.
Yep.
And so thanks, boys. Thanks to all the fellas who came. And I think back at the house, Heatho, he got a bit excited. He was just dancing around in his jocks again. So he was doing all right. So.
Yeah, I think something about the AFL, ex-AFL players. I think because they're like a caged fucking animal. And when they finally get out of the system, they just they really let their hair down.
Well, I said to him, mate, like because he's missed a few weeks, he split his hand open. I said, mate, if you want to skip my bucks and go play, get your games up for Moorbark down there. He said, fuck that.
Is he qualified for finals?
He'll qualify, yeah. He'll play 10 games. He'll get them in.
Yep.
He said, fuck that. I'm coming to your bucks, mate. I'm not missing this. I'm not missing you dancing around in the in the huddle.
I didn't miss the first one. I didn't miss the second one. I'm not going to miss the third one.
No, that's it.
So, he's a good man. He's a good brother.
He's good. So anyway, mate, we're done and dusted. What do you got, buddy?
I've got a fart brewing, but besides that, so I've written some stuff down. This one's I don't know where to start. All right, here we go. No, that would have been poo.
Oh, you stink. Yeah. Well, yeah. What do you want? What do you want from me?
That's the fart of a man that had his bucks.
That's
a Tuesday night fart of a man that had his bucks over the weekend.
Yeah. All right. So I've got Big D. Big D's hit us up.
All right. I'll do one quick one. We can't go for long tonight because my wife's bloody heading out with some friends, and if I'm not home in time, shit's gonna hit the fan.
It will. Mate,
I've got a lot of shit to talk about. Well, this one.
Yep.
Get this one. I'm at work, so as you know, the listeners don't. Bit going on at work at the moment. I'm moving to another warehouse. I've sort of changed. It's a shit show. So basically, I'm at work at my old work.
Okay, you said that.
I'm at my old work, and I thought, as I often do, probably once a month, I said, you know what? I'm going to print up my list of jokes, and I'll just sit them in the car. I'll take them to future gigs. So I've got it's a bit of a spreadsheet where I've got all my jokes written down.
Yes.
And so I can, instead of just going through the same jokes all the time, I can look and I go, all right, I'll actually I might do that old run of jokes, or actually this is a bloody bit of a corporate night, so I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna do the clean ones. Anyway, so which has never happened.
Is that your 2-minute set?
So that has never happened. But anyway, so I'm sitting at my old workplace, sitting at the computer, I open the file, print.
Yeah.
Nothing. Because normally you go print,
and it goes
a couple of seconds, ding, 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 nothing. Fucking donuts. And I was like, oh, mate. And I said to the other couple of guys in the room, I said, boys, has Mick, Ben, is there something wrong with the printer? And they're like, no, I used it before. It's fine. And I was like, oh, fuck, what's going on? So I'm looking at it, fucking print it. I'll try it again. Print. Nothing. Fucking donuts. I was like, what the hell is going on? All of a sudden, bling, text message. And this is where technology can fuck you up if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So 30 kilometres away,
30 kilometres
30 kilometres away.
is the old warehouse.
Is the new warehouse.
Okay.
All these people that I've just started working with, I barely know these people.
Yep.
The
They've received
the customer
35
service
copies.
the customer service manager has texted me and said, Tom,
HR?
I think something you've printed has come through our printer. And
Doesn't seem to be anything work-related.
no, it doesn't seem to be work related. I'll just run through it, and she hasn't said this, but she would have read it from top to bottom. And it starts off
Corporate set.
No, it doesn't start off with corporate
Biscuits.
sets. So if you were to read this, it's just bullet point.
Yep.
And it's starts off with footy orgy.
That's a bit like sort of what I was trying to tee up on the weekend.
Yeah, a bit of a
wasn't it?
footy orgy.
Footy orgy.
Horsecock soup.
Horsecock soup. I'd
like
eat that.
Old escort.
Old
Koala
escort.
chlamydia.
The classics.
Like herpes. Like finger.
So maybe she thought you were just printing out what you did on the weekend.
Oh yeah, just a bit of a
your diary.
just my thoughts and recollections.
From the weekend.
Okay, so
Tom, how was your weekend?
that's just a bit of a. Mate, that's fucking terrifying that can happen. How the fuck does that happen? And she said, just so you know, I'll just put it on your desk facing down. I said, okay, thanks very much for that.
Thanks.
That's a worry. That's a bloody warning to anyone out there.
Maybe you got to call your jokes, label your jokes something different.
Something not so.
You need a code. You need a
sexually
code
explicit.
for each joke. So
Yeah.
herpes, you just you
Just
come up with your own
Herpo
language.
1.
Herpo 1.
Yeah.
Or maybe you could list every joke about an item at work. So she thinks when they come through, she goes, "Oh, look at Tom. He's got a list of all the items at work." So,
So she thinks
herpes could be safe.
Safe. Yeah, helped customer with safe.
Yes, that's herpes.
Yeah, it's not.
So that's
it's not going to
code.
really. I'm not going to make the connection if I'm
Right.
looking through it pre-gig and I see helped customer with safe.
No, it's
I've got to do my herpes joke.
Herpes joke. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
your brain's fucked as it is.
So
that won't work.
God knows how that happened, but be careful. Do you want to do your fuck checker, and
Big
then
D.
I'll go. Geez, some bloody.
Those 10 mids have really stuffed you, haven't they?
I'm all over the shop.
Yeah, you do seem like this is.
Am I more sprightly or just
Um,
flat?
no, you feel like you're really coming. You're really
Coming down now.
Coming down now.
Well, that's the thing about the mids. You sort of
The buzz.
when you stop,
the little buzz wears
when
off.
you stop, it wears off pretty quick, and I'm flat as a tack.
Yeah, I think after
Yeah.
the piss, that really
Yeah, the piss
that's
wasn't
hurt
great.
you. That's hurt you. Yeah. So
Yeah.
anyway,
lesson
so
learnt.
this is from Big D. Thanks to Big D for hitting us up, and we'll crank her home, and you got something else after this. But
Yep.
we're talking about Auslan before. Obviously,
Okay. Yeah.
we were, and
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah,
Ausland, and obviously the sign interpreter isn't deaf. So now Auslan, it was developed in Australia by people who are deaf, so that they could communicate with others.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
That makes sense. The term Auslan is an acronym of Australian Sign Language, coined by Trevor Johnson in the early 1980s.
So it's Aussie. So if you went over to America
That'd
and
be-
tried to sign language, they'd be like, "What the fuck is this guy talking
this
about?
Guy's fucking. He's talking some
How's the accent on this bloke?"
weird language. Yeah, they wouldn't get it. So it must be different.
Surely they could make that universal. We've all got fingers,
We do.
but I guess it's trying to convince all the others to jump onto Auslan.
God, and Americans aren't going to go
No,
for it. They go,
they-
why?
They're too busy
I
doing
don't even know where Australia is.
Americland
Yeah.
or Chineland.
US land. Ausland.
Yep.
Anyway, coined by Trevor Johnson in the early 1980s, although the language itself is much older.
Okay.
All right. So, unfortunately, Big D's, his daughter tested positive for COVID as well. So he's good luck there, Big D. So
Good
he
luck,
was
Big D. Well, Big D survived it.
Big
so.
D's. He survived. So now here we go. This Blockbuster. We're talking about Blockbuster Video.
Okay.
So I was down in Maui
Yeah.
at Future Flicks, just catching up on the latest
Thanks.
flicks from 2002. So
Did it
Blockbuster.
have? I was thinking about this. Did it have that flappy timber sort of almost saloon type door that went into the section where it had porn videos?
I didn't really look into it that much.
Remember that back in the? Remember as a kid, you'd be like 10, 11, 12, and you'd see those flappy doors, and you'd be like, "What you wouldn't."
I think
What
flappy
is
doors
behind
might have
those
been
doors?
and it's not a Western saloon.
But it looks like a Western saloon.
It's
That
sort
they
of,
were.
I don't
yeah,
know
they
if I
flapped
was
in
that a
and-
Blockbuster.
Don't know about
Maybe that was
Blockbuster.
just
it Most
Wodonga.
Video. I thought it was at Most Video.
I don't know if
You've
there's
never
any
seen it?
flappy saloon doors.
I remember sometimes
Are
when
you
they'd
sure it's not just Club X?
No, 100%. This is video stores had these flappy saloon doors, and I remember you'd try and get on the angle when someone had come out. They'd
so you
flap
could
backwards
see
and forwards,
a
and you'd
vagina.
try and see, and you might see a little bit
Might
of
see a boob.
tit or something.
Yeah, nice.
And I remember thinking, what's behind those saloon doors? You think you'd go in there and there'd be like an orgy,
A
or
sex
something.
show.
Or, yeah,
happening.
two people just
Just
69ing on the floor or something.
yeah, wouldn't that be good to watch?
Yeah, but I don't think it was. I think it was just.
Is that? Could you hire that for a week? Hey guys, do you want to come back to
Yeah.
my joint? It'd be like $10 for the week.
Yeah,
So you just 69
not for a whole week. They'd be exhausted.
Well, maybe when they're finished, you just got to rewind them back to the start.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. That's getting a bit weird.
Wayne Deacon,
Yeah.
great guy.
Yeah,
great
Deeks.
guy. He has a great, or he hasn't done it for years, but he has a great bit where, obviously DVDs now and internet porn and so forth, but back in the days of VHS, the great thing about VHS was where you started
Someone
was where
else
the other
had-
person finished.
Yeah.
Like wherever you put it on, that was their thing.
Yes.
That's what got them off, because that's what made them like, no, well, I'm done. And they'd press stop.
Yep.
You'd get that, and you would know that was their thing.
Yep.
Yep.
You wouldn't know who had hired the video.
Unless you borrowed it from a friend.
That's true.
Yeah.
But, a lot of the time, if I'd watch one, I'd just go back to zero, so no one knew I'd watched it.
Was there a fine for not rewinding? They used to talk about it, but I don't think anyone was ever fined
was
for
anyone
not rewinding.
like? Imagine if that was your job, like if you're a cop.
Yeah.
And they go, you get called down the local Blockbuster and they go, hey, Tom Siegert, 32, Somerville Crescent, Wodonga.
Yep.
He's hired bloody Speed 2
Yep.
and he hasn't rewound it.
Yeah.
Because I'm fucking onto him.
And is it that big an inconvenience? Like, oh, fuck, they haven't rewound it. That's
Well, I
probably
must admit, though,
2 minutes out of
sometime
your
like
life.
a 2.5 hour film, that could be going for about 5 minutes.
And it would take
if it was a slow VHS.
Sometimes it would take a while to fire up. Sometimes it'd be going so hard at the end, you'd think it'd rip the tape out of the
fucking
tape.
Oh, good times. We are just
Best of
reminiscing,
times,
aren't we?
yeah.
It's good.
So I apologise to anyone under the age of 35.
We just lost them.
We just lost them. But a little trip down memory lane there.
For anyone over 35. So Blockbuster. In 2010, Blockbuster went bankrupt.
Ah,
I can see that happening. Anyway,
see the writing on the wall.
Dish Network bought the company soon after, but
That was a bad buy.
that's not good. I don't know what they were thinking. Well, they were thinking maybe these saloon doors could take off, and
Yep.
we will have sex shows behind the saloon doors. Well, that never took off. There was no one 69 and behind the saloon doors. So Dish Network, they've probably done their nuts.
Yeah, that's a bad buy.
Literally. So Dish Network bought the company soon after, but haven't been able to do much with it.
Here's a shock. Jesus. Who was the brains behind that decision?
Imagine them going, hey, they've got these Blockbusters going cheap. What we should
Yeah.
do, we'll fucking buy like 200 of them. And then they all fucking buy
Yeah, and they'd be
them.
like, well, why do you think they're going cheap? Well, I don't know.
Yeah, and then a week later, they're all in the bloody board meeting going, fucking
Oh,
hell.
you know why they're going cheap? Fucking DVDs came in. Why didn't someone look into that?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway, so in March 2019, the last remaining store outside of the United States, located in Morley, Western Australia, closed its doors. So hats off.
It's a sad day.
It's a sad day, and well done to Blockbuster in Morley, Western Australia, for just hanging in there.
Yep.
So thanks, Big D. Thanks for checking that for us.
You're a good egg. He's a good egg.
He's a good egg.
He's a loyal listener.
He's a
He's
loyal
been there
listener.
for the whole
He came to the shows.
wild ride.
He's good.
So I got a bit, mate. We're gonna,
Mate, just
we're gonna
do it quickly because
No, I reckon
I'm going downhill
I'm
as
done.
well here. I'm cooked.
All right. Print the other printer. Done that.
Even your print thing, that didn't live up to the heights of some of your stories.
No, I thought it had a bit more. It didn't have
Yeah,
legs.
sorry. Maybe I didn't give you much.
Chris Keady was the Auslan deaf guy. That was good. Where he pointed out.
Yeah, that was good. You started well, mate.
Yeah. So I did a gig on the. Actually, I'm going to get onto this. So I did a gig up in Rockhampton.
Yep.
But we don't have time because. And I did a gig last week, a couple of gigs with Jeff Fennick and Sam Greco.
Yes.
Yeah, so
you're worried about those.
And I got to hang out with them all day, and I got to interview them, and really got to get a real peek behind the curtains of some real fucking hard
behind the Western swinging door.
behind the swinging saloon doors.
Yeah.
But I will. So I'll finish on this because this is one thing that happened on the way to Rockhampton, and I'll get to Rockhampton next week. On the way up to Rockhampton. This is actually fuck it. I'll do it next week. We're nearly done.
We're at an hour.
Yeah, we're at an hour. Let's
so we should
tie this.
Yeah,
tie
sorry,
this bad boy
guys.
up with a
I'm
bow.
coming off me bucks. Tommy's coming off a long lunch.
I'm flat as a tack.
You are flat as a tack. So.
Let's land this bad boy.
Yep. So
So next week I'll tell you all about Sammy Greco, Fennick and Fennick's experiences with Mike Tyson. He really opened up there, which was exciting.
That's
and
good.
I was on a plane flight up to Rockhampton with a big chunk of the Rebels motorcycle gang, which was quite entertaining.
Fuck.
And all right,
That's good.
Let's nip it in the bud.
All right. So thanks for listening once again. Tell your mates. Give it a rating, give it a review, get on the Instagram, get on the Twitter.
And I checked out your Instagram because I'm not on Instagram, but somehow
logged
there was a
on.
little link. And I'll tell you what, mate, you've done some great work. It's an entertaining Instagram site.
Well, it's good. Instagram's the way to go, Tom.
There's a lot of action there.
I said, you got to get on it, Tommy. It's a way to promote yourself. It's the way to finally get this podcast off the bloody canvas.
Yep.
You know, because what happens is you get on Instagram and then we tag each other, other people tag you. So it's all this circle jerk of Instagram love.
Mate, I see where you come from.
That's what we need.
Just couldn't be fucked. But I'll do it. I'll do it. We'll do it. We'll get around to it.
All right. So you do realise, like, you rock up here, you talk for an hour.
There's more
to it.
behind the scenes.
There's putting the show together. There's getting it on the YouTube. Get on the YouTube. Get on the Instagram.
I know.
Hey, where are you this week? Where are you gigging?
Tomorrow night. Well, you would have missed that. I'm down at the Conti down in Sorrento. Thursday night, I'm going to the Snow. No gig there, but if you want to come up with me and my family and the kids, feel free to come. We're just going tobogganing.
Great.
And Friday night, I got a gig at the casino, private gig, emceeing some shit with Marty Fields.
Great.
And Saturday night, I'm at Holbrook, and Sunday, Henty. Woo! And then I need a good old-fashioned sleep.
You need a break. You need a break. So, I am, what have I got? I'm at Warrior Alec Footy Club. Saturday night.
Old Monkhurst territory.
Old Monkhurst
Damien
territory,
Monkhurst.
mate. The old monkey boy. So I'm up there. Then Sunday, I'm down at the Green Room in Geelong. I've sold bugger all tickets. A few people say, we're rocking up on the day, but it's easy.
Don't rock up on the day.
Get your tickets so I know what's going on.
We'll do rock up on the day, but
you do rock up on the day,
but
at least book a few more tickets so I'm not shitting myself. But anyway, so I'm at the Green Room down in Geelong. Get down there, and I reckon that's another episode, Timmy.
It's
another episode.
That's not a bad one, I thought. All right, that's
good.
Banter.